Can you identify that specific feeling you're probably having right now? That restless, stuck, what am I even doing with my life feeling? And I know that sounds vague, but if you're in it, that's exactly what made you click on this video. I've been thinking about this a lot lately because I'm going through it right now. And it's weird because I can't really explain what it is. It's not depression. It's not anxiety exactly. It's more like being aware that you're standing at the edge of something, but you can't see what's on the other side yet. And you're just kind of waiting there, not sure if you're supposed to jump or keep waiting or turn around. You wake up some days feeling like everything's about to click, like tomorrow could be the day it all makes sense. And then other days you wake up thinking, maybe nothing's ever going to change, and this is just how it is now. And both of those feelings are exhausting in different ways. Here's what I think is actually happening though, and this might sound weird, but stick with me for a while. I believe this feeling only shows up right before your life is about to shift in a major way, like it's a signal. Not that things are wrong, but that things are about to be different, and your brain knows it before you consciously know it. Because I've felt this exact feeling twice before in my life. Once right before I graduated college and had no idea what I was doing next, and once right before I left a job that was making me miserable, but I didn't know what else to do. And both times, I thought I was just lost, just stuck, just failing at figuring life out. But looking back, I was in a transition. I was between versions of myself. And that in-between space, that's what this feeling is. The thing is, you can't really see it while you're in it. You just feel off. Like you're supposed to be somewhere else or doing something else, but you don't know what. Like everyone around you has it figured out and you're the only one still trying to find the map. And that comparison makes it worse because you start thinking maybe you're behind, or maybe you're not cut out for whatever it is you think you should be doing. But here's what I wish someone had told me the first time I felt this. You're not behind, you're just in between. And being in between always feels like being lost because you're not where you were anymore, but you're not where you're going yet either. You're just here, in this weird middle space where nothing feels solid. I was talking to my friend about this last week. She's going through the same thing. And she said something that kind of hit me. She said, I feel like I'm waiting for my life to start, but I don't know what I'm waiting for. And I was like, yeah, exactly. That's it, that's the feeling. And I think the reason it feels so uncomfortable is that we're not doing anything wrong. We're not failing. We're just in a phase that doesn't have clear action steps. There's no checklist for how to get through the in-between. You just have to exist in it until something shifts. And that goes against everything we've been taught about productivity and progress and making things happen. But here's the thing I keep coming back to. Every single person who's ever done anything that mattered, whether for the world or just for their own life, has probably gone through this exact phase. They've probably stood exactly where you're standing right now, feeling exactly what you're feeling, wondering if they're wasting time, wondering if they're on the right path, wondering if it's ever going to click. And for all of them, something eventually did shift. Not because they forced it, not because they figured out some secret formula, but because they kept showing up even when it felt pointless. They kept moving even when they didn't know where they were going. And eventually, the fog cleared. Not all at once, just gradually, until one day they looked around and realized they weren't in that in-between space anymore. They were in the next chapter. I don't know when that's going to happen for you, or for any of us. I don't have some timeline or guarantee that if you just wait X number of months, everything will make sense. But I do know that this feeling, this specific, restless, uncertain, am I doing this right feeling, it doesn't last forever. It can't, because it only exists in the transition. Once you're through the transition, once you're in the next chapter, you won't feel this way anymore. You'll look back and think, oh, that was the in-between. That was me changing even though I didn't realize it. And maybe you'll even miss it a little. Not because it felt good, but because it meant something was coming, something new, something you couldn't see yet, but your body somehow knew was there. So if you're feeling it right now, that's probably what's happening. You're not stuck, you're not behind, you're not failing, you're just in between. And that feeling you can't quite name, that's your signal. Change is coming. You just can't see it yet, but it's there, right on the other side of this uncomfortable, confusing, exhausting middle space. And one day soon you won't feel this way anymore. Not because you fixed something, but because you moved through it. And when you look back, you'll realize this was never the problem. It was just the transition. And transitions always feel like chaos until they're over.